What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and we're back with the DSM being broken. So we're gonna get to it, try to fix it in this episode so I can let you know what happened. Hopefully it fixes the issue. So I'll get right to it. So basically the clutch pedal, I don't know if you guys can see, it's a little dark, so I already started taking it apart. The clutch pedal assembly is worn out, so that's basically what happened. I don't know if you can tell how much travel there is, and it still has it engaged. So that's what's going on with this. Let me turn off the fan because I know it's loud. So that's what's going on with that. So I ordered a bushing because the whole assembly has to come out. So on these older, well, on this DSM, the Eagle Talon, so even though the clutch pedal is on that side, the clutch slave is by the driver's side. So so it goes up and then over to like another leg that pushes on the clutch slave. So that leg is worn out. So when I push that down, the leg is not moving until it catches. So it's like a little groove in there. Well, you know, so we'll just say it's a square piece, and then the leg is rounded off, so it's just spinning. So what I did was I ordered a brass piece. It should be coming in like a bushing, because what a lot of people do in these cars just weld the leg on, so this doesn't happen, but there's a plastic bushing going on in there right now. Either way, it needs to come out. So I'm gonna try to take that out, put the bushing in there, the brass bushing. We'll get it welded and then throw it back in. Hopefully it'll fix that issue. I already replaced the clutch slave cylinder. That's not leaking. Everything's fine there. The fork does need to be changed out, but eventually I will change that out. I have to take the trans out again to do that. So let's get this taken apart, and then we'll go there. All right, the steering column is down. So this is a pain in the ass, but you know, it's just time consuming. You can see how many bolts I got already over there. Bunch of 12. Most of it is 12. Maybe a 12 wrench for the slave cylinder to come out, and then you have to take the brake booster, the reservoir over there, 2 bolts there, 2 bolts for the clutch slave cylinder, so you can pull everything out so it has room. So let's see. I may need to take the wiring out just in case, because that pedal assembly needs to probably go over it, or I may actually need to take this whole steering column out. So I'll let you know. Let's keep going. Alright, there it is, and what in the pain in the ass that was. So whole assembly. So let me just put the light right here, maybe you guys can see it. So here's the clutch pedal on these cars. Here it is right here. So goes from here across to this piece right here. So and I can see this is already about to come out. So this is barely just in there, but usually what they do is, oh, it's all over the place, they weld that nut right there so it doesn't move, and this lever. But I'm gonna take it apart. I mean, I can't see anything really worn out. I know it does have some play in it, but I will take it apart and see what happens. So let me do that really quick. All right, so I took it all apart, and let me see if I can show you here. But let's see. Can't really see, but you see all this play right here. It's really making a difference on me pressing the clutch, and the transmission's not engaging into gear. So that, and I also need to change out my clutch fork like I mentioned before, because I know that's worn out and I have to shim that. But this is one of the big problems. So what I'm going to do is put the brass fitting on, which replaces this plastic one, because once I weld it, the plastic's going to melt. It's going to be too hot. So the brass one will replace that, and then I'll weld it back on, maybe forward. It gives me more travel, and then I shouldn't have that issue anymore. So I'm gonna do that next. All right, so here's the bushing, little brass bushing. That's gonna go right in here. I probably gotta lube it up a little bit, so, but it goes right in there. It'll hold it right there. So then I'll put this plate back on, and then this arm, and put it where I need it. Put the nut back on. I'm actually gonna clean this up before I weld it. Clean the nut up and everything like that, and get it welded. So I'm gonna put this on together, and then we'll start getting welded. All right, she's welded. Not the prettiest welds, but she's not going anywhere. And I use the impact to tighten it down. And I make sure, because it does move still when you bolt this down. That was a whole issue, to put it, put some leverage on the arm for where you want it, so it pushes all the way through on the clutch slave cylinder. So I'm just gonna put everything back together and then just throw it back in there. All right, moment of truth. Everything's back together. Pedal feels good. Feels a lot more solid than before. There's no play in it. Everything seems all right. So let's see if she moves. And yeah, probably it's a pain. So I would definitely recommend taking out the seat. For some reason, I didn't take out the seat. So let me get the power back on, and then we'll try to move. All right, she goes into gear, but I'm hearing something. Ooh, I don't know what that is. Gotta find out. All right, well, the car's done. It does get into gear, but I think the fork, I was looking at it, I might have bent it. So it's either bent or the throwout bearing went, because it's just grinding when I can see it grinding on the pressure plate, and then when I press on it. So it's okay, because I knew that was gonna go bad eventually. So they sell, forgot there's a company out there that sells a better one. So I'm gonna replace the fork, get a better, cut the flywheel down, because I never did that when I put the clutch in. So that'll be another video. I'll take everything all apart, put the new fork in, and I have another throwout bearing here that I can use that actually came with the car, that was brand new. So I'll just do that, throw that in there, and then show you guys what's going on. But thought this was going to be a happy ending here, but not this time. So again, if you guys like the content, always subscribe, follow, and share. Thanks.